Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. Some of us are seriously concerned about our health, our welfare, and our being. Some of us are at the mercy of the food chains here in this country, and some of us, we do not have to be at mercy of these food chains here in this country. It's just that we choose to. I would like to rephrase myself and say that the truth is that no matter where you live, and I know excuses, i.e. roadblocks, since we become accustomed to them. I can't, I don't know how, impossible, they won't let me, a slave literally, to roadblocks. Every time a roadblocks come up in front of us, we never, ever seems like look for a way to negotiate that obstacle, to get around it, to get past, to get by it in order to accomplish what we know we need to accomplish. You know just as well as I do that our foods are genetically modified. They have no nutritional value whatsoever at all. Our ozone layer, the air that we breathe, is totally toxic. We have all the drugs that people pee out in the municipal water supply, as well as the drugs they shoot up and stuff. It's going down and into the water supply, and it's corrupting the plant life, the trees. I mean, we're literally in trouble as a people. And of course, the powers that be know that the way that you control a population is keep it sick. And of course, you want to keep it docile, put fluoride in their toothpaste. And not only that, fluoride in their drinking water. That'll keep them docile. Now, anyway, I'm here to report on the devastating impact of Monsanto practices on U.S. farmers. You're not going to hear this on mainstream news media. You can forget about it, wipe it out of your mind. Anyway, the Center for Food Safety, the new Center for Food Safety, exposes devastating impact of Monsanto practices on U.S. farmers. Today, 1 week before the Supreme Court hears the argument in Bowman versus Monsanto Corporation or Company, the Center for Food Safety and Save Our Seeds launched a new report, Seed Giants versus U.S. Farmers. And I include these links right here below, right here, hopefully that you can be able to read these things. I received this particular article in an email, and all you have to do is just look up the headline, which I'll post at the bottom. The report investigates how the current seed patent regime has led to a radical shift in the consolidation of control of global seed supply, and how these patents have abated corporations such as Monsanto to sue U.S. farmers for alleged seed patent infringement. Seed Giants versus U.S. farmers also examines present patent systems, border psychoeconomic consequences of the present patent system, including links to loss of the seed innovation, rising seed prices, reduction of independent scientific inquiry, and environmental issues. Among the report discoveries are several alarming statistics. As of January 2013, Monsanto, alleging seed patent infringement, had filed 144 lawsuits involving 410 farmers and 56 small farm businesses in at least 27 different states. So what do you got going on here? You have the corporations who have money to buy out the judges, to buy out the Congress, the House, the Senate, your so-called elected officials, who have the money to line their pockets and to continue to keep getting reelected, and they continue to keep donating to their campaign. And I want to say something here going on. Inflammatory comments, but yet they're true. Yes, it may be true that you and I are taxpayers. And yes, many of you are still under the illusion that your taxes are paying the salary of the police and the politicians. We're dealing with the politicians right now. But the salary that we give these politicians is pocket change compared to the money that these corporations give to these politicians, i.e. campaign contributions, i.e. black bags loaded with Federal Reserve notes under the table. What we give them is pocket change. So who do you think they're going to represent? Who do you think they're going to support? Well, they're going to support the one who gives them the most money, because they're all bought and sold. Look at the policies today. The policies that they're passing today, we didn't put them in the office. so they can sit there and continue to keep rising our taxes simply because they don't know how to balance a checkbook. Well, now we got the corporations, food chain corporations, waging war against the farmers. And the farmers don't have deep pockets. They don't have big banks. And guess who's going to win in all this situation? The lawyers are, of course. Well, anyway, check this out. Check this out. I'm going to the next bullet point, all right? Today, 3 corporations control 53% of the global commercial seed market. 53%. You know, if you were smart, you do like myself and many other people do, you'll get heirloom seeds. And then you'll work your rear end off trying to fight all these brand new diseases and pestilence that's coming up that supposedly, you know, the only way you can grow anything today is you have to get their genetically modified organism or organized seeds in order to produce a bumper crop, which you are really not producing a bumper crop whatsoever at all because they're all deficient of vitamin and minerals, especially trace minerals that we all need in order to function properly. I mean, this year, during these winter months, sickness and disease has literally been off the chain, so much off the chain that it's even come and affected this community. And this community, we are pretty healthy people, and we are under no doctor's care whatsoever at all. Did you hear what I said? As a church organization, a church group, we're organized under the banner of the King of the Universe. None of us are under doctor's care whatsoever at all. So it's, to us, it's literally appalling when doing all that we know how to do. Eating organic, growing our own food, raising our own food, everything that we can possibly, and eating as less genetically modified foods as possible. And yet to see that some of these new sicknesses, these new diseases are even trying to come and knock down our door. Now that's saying something. That's some powerful stuff. So we really gonna have to separate ourselves and set ourselves apart even more so. Well, let's go on. Seed consolidation has led to market control, resulting in dramatic increases in the price of seeds from February 1995 to 2011. The average cost of the plant of 1 acre of soybean has risen 325%. For cotton, prices spiked 516%. And corn seed prices are up by 259%. Additionally, Seed Giants versus U.S. Farmers reports a precipitous drop in seed diversity that has been cultivated for millennia. As the result, notes are 86% of corn, 88% of cotton, and 93% of soybeans farmed in the U.S. are now genetically engineered varieties, making the option of farming non-genetically engineered crops increasingly difficult. While Archimedical corporations, I believe I pronounced it right, also claim that their patent seeds are leading to environmental improvements. The report notes that upward of 26% more chemicals per acre were used on genetically engineered crops than on non-GE crops, according to the USDA data. At the launch of the report via teleconference today, experts from the Center of Food Safety and Save Our Seeds were joined by Mr. Vernon Hughes Bowman, the 75-year-old Indian soybean farmer who next week will come up against Monsanto in the Supreme Court case. When asked about the numbers, comparisons between being drawn between his case and the story of David and Goliath, Mr. Bowman responded, "I really don't consider it as David and Goliath. I don't think of it in those terms. I think of it in terms of right and wrong." Well, in December of 2012, the Center of Food Safety and Save Our Seeds submitted an amicus brief to the Supreme Court on behalf of Mr. Bowman, which supports the right of farmers to replant save seeds. Arguments in the case are scheduled for February 19th. Well, little peon citizens like you and I, our case would never go to the Supreme Court because we ain't got no money. And that's what corporations do today. They hope to stop anything going up to the Supreme Court because they can buy their way all the way to it. So it really is not about justice in this land. In anything you do, it's about who has the most money. And that's what this country has pretty much have succumbed to. But my advice to each and every last one of you is, no matter what the system says, no matter what they say do, you learn how to grow your own food. You better learn, because if you don't, believe you me, you have no alternative but to trust in their sick system.